Rise and shine. Pour yourself a cup of coffee and tune in to Good Morning Aurora. News, weather, and really cool interviews. Monday through Friday from 8 to 9 a.m.
Good morning, Aurora. Good morning, Aurora. Good morning, Aurora. The time is now 8:01 a.m. Yes, that's right. That's right. That's just not for me. That's just not for our guest today. Not just for Monica. It's for all of you. It is for everybody. Shouts out to Aurora, Oswego, Montgomery, Kane County. And shout out to Austin, Texas. Checked in yesterday on the website and left a nice comment and review. I appreciate that very much. Shout out to Austin, Texas. But you are listening to Good Morning Aurora, the second largest city's first daily news podcast. And we have things to talk about today. But before we get into the things we have to talk about today, we have a dedicated and ambitious businesswoman. We have a blessed individual. And we have someone who is a friend of our show, and that trail of superlatives. Superlatives. Not the word of the day. Stick around for the word of the day. But that trail of superlatives can lead to only one person, and that is Yolanda Dunn.
Oh, good morning.
Good to see you. Good to see you. Bam. All right. Now we're going to learn about fitness. We're going to learn about health. We are going to learn from Yolanda today. Before we get into that, we're going to learn about something else right now. We're going to learn about media. We're going to learn about what you see versus what you don't see. In the news right now, in the Naperville Sun, Naperville reported on their own city and said that Naperville schools make U.S. News and World Report's list of best elementary and middle schools. And in fact, they do. And we have numbers. Two Naperville schools are among the top 10 in Illinois for elementary and middle schools. That's from inaugural rankings released by U.S. News and World. Meadow Glens Elementary, cited as the 5th best elementary school in Illinois, and the multi-district John C. Dunham STEM Partnership School ranked number 7. More than 80,000 schools across the country were reviewed on such things as math and reading proficiency and performance in the 2018 and 19 school year. That's the last school year before COVID-19 happened. Okay. Now, there's another 20 schools in District 203 and 204, respectively, that made the top 100 list for Illinois. We have them. It's too many to name. But this article, I will post the link for this for you guys later on so that you can check it out. Now, the latter was funded by Indian Prairie District 204, Batavia District 101, East Aurora School District 131, and West Aurora District 129, and AU, where it's located at the close of the 2021 and 2022 school year. That's from the Naperville Sun. You know what's not in the Naperville Sun, interestingly, is an article which just debuted this morning on NBC5 Chicago. A Naperville student has been sentenced to probation and community service after he placed an ad on Craigslist offering to sell one of his African-American classmates at the school as a slave. According to DuPage County State's Attorney's Office, the Naperville Central student was sentenced to 2 years of community service and 100 hours of community service in connection with the incident. In the incident, he took a photograph of the victim while both were at school, then posted that photo on Craigslist with the headline, slave for sale in Naperville, along with a racial slur. Earlier in the year, the student pled guilty to 2 felony counts of committing a hate crime and 1 count of misdemeanor disorderly conduct. According to State's Attorney Robert Berlin, quote, hate has hate crimes have no place in a civilized society and will not be tolerated regardless of the accused age. Everyone deserves the right to feel safe and welcome in our communities, and my office, his office, will continue to charge and prosecute anyone regardless of age who engages in this type of despicable behavior, end quote. Now, the lesson for the day, ladies and gentlemen, is that you always have to be able to discern, identify, and be aware of what is prominent and what is not in media. The Naperville Sun, the paper of Naperville, didn't choose to post that. They choose to post that they made U.S. News World Reports about their schools being so great. So ask yourself, which would you rather have? An uncomfortable truth or an obvious falsehood? The time is now 8:06 a.m. You're listening to Good Morning Aurora, second largest city's first daily news podcast. And the word of the day is prominence. That is the word of the day. Monica, would you please put the definition of prominence in the chat for our wonderful viewers? Now we get to our discussion. Jennifer Ryan Mayton is here. Good morning to you, Jennifer Ryan Mayton. Good morning to Michelle Gums. Learning does not just happen in schools. A sad and disgusting crime. Yes, Michelle, we concur with that. Janice Collins is here. Good morning to you, Janice Collins. Good morning to Aisha Saxon, Bianca Camargo, all of you beautiful people. Sarah Hibb, good morning. Good to see you as well, dear sister. Okay. Now that we're done with that, y'all hear the real paper. We got real news up in here. Yolanda, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing well. Blessed and highly favored today.
Amen.
We're doing all right.
Yeah.
So for our listeners and those who are unfamiliar with you, please just introduce yourself. Let us know where you're from and your business.
All right. My name is Yolanda Dunn, born and raised here in Aurora.
Okay.
And my business is Fit Time, is who I'm representing today.
All right.
We're a locally owned group fitness and personal training studio located at 3577 East New York Street in Aurora. So we're in the New Horizon Plaza, about a half mile west of the Fox Valley Mall.
All right, that is right. And before the show, we was chopping it up. New Horizon Christian Fellowship gets the shout out of the day today.
All right.
And big shouts out to Pastor Michael Hurst.
The best pastor.
That's right. Shouts out. Okay. Now, tell us how it started.
How it started?
Yeah. We're going to jump right into it.
I love it. So, as I have shared before, so I have, it started when my husband proposed to me.
Oh, how about that?
Yeah, so I've always been working out and went into getting ready for the wedding, right?
Okay.
And so we're coming up on 20 years married in June of next year. So it's a long time ago.
Word, yeah.
So we have 3 beautiful children, and so we had our third, who will be 9 next month.
Okay.
And right after I had him, he, for a gift, got me a personal trainer to get back acclimated to working out. And the personal trainer, he was very awesome. He saw something in me that I didn't see in myself, and he asked me if I would start teaching group fitness classes at his gym. Okay. And I wasn't certified, and I'm like, well, I've never thought about teaching, but I would have to get certified. And so I did, and from there, 2015, 14, it kind of took off and extended from there. Of course, you always have to start with your family. So my first members was my mom, my sister-in-laws, and my closest friends. And we extended from that small gym and moved around Aurora, and then landed at where we are now at our studio in Aurora.
Where was that first gym at?
Our first gym was on Lake Street at Max Level Fitness.
Max Level Fitness on Lake Street.
Jason. Yeah, right across. It used to be. Right now, it's a grocery store, but right across the street is Maximum Level.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's where I started my first group fitness classes, and he's still there. An awesome trainer.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, what was it like to get certified? What was that process like?
So for me, it was a little bit of a challenge. All my degrees are in business. I skipped over degrees with science because I was more of a business. I could write a paper, but science was not my thing. So when I converted over into group fitness, the body and how it moves, it became more of a challenge. So it did take me a minute to take my time and to learn about it. So once I got in there, it became a process, and I enjoyed doing it.
Okay.
In school, I didn't enjoy it. So yeah.
So now you're learning. You're in school and you're doing it. You're working at the same time.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Was that hard to do the work-life balance?
Oh yeah, very difficult to do, and making sure that I'm always want to give my best at it, and
Right.
I'm not one to just have a title without the credentials behind it. So it was very important that I became certified, and even taking that to the next level now, taking it more in depth with personal training and nutrition. So extra certification. So this science thing, we have a love-hate relationship going on.
Oh, I see. It came back around.
It came back around.
It
so,
seems to hang.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like math.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
When am I ever going to need math?
Yeah.
Okay, bro. Watch.
Yes.
When that
yes.
paycheck looked a little funny, like, hold on
Exactly.
now. 12 hours times what?
Exactly.
Oh, man. All right. If you're just tuning in, Michelle Tucker is here. Yolanda is one of the...
said hi.
Good morning to you, Michelle.
Hi.
Yolanda is one of the most genuine, kind, compassionate, and kick butt trainers I've ever known.
thank
Appreciate you and your
Michelle.
knowledge. Go IFT.
Yeah.
Thank you, Michelle. Good morning to you. Tracy Duran is here. Good morning, Tracy, as well. Okay. So when now we're gonna get to the nitty gritty and some of the nuts and bolts and everything.
Sure.
But what are the hours that you are open with It's Fit Time?
So It's Fit Time is open mostly in the evenings from 4:30 to 8:30 p.m.
Okay.
We do have a couple of morning classes on Wednesdays and Fridays at 5:30 a.m. The majority of our members are working professionals, so we cater our hours and services around our members.
Okay.
And then we are also open on Saturdays at 8 a.m. to about noon.
Okay, that's a nice time. Yeah, 8 to noon. Just, you got the rest of the day. Get your fit on. I like that.
And get to moving.
Exactly. I like that. Okay.
Exactly.
So now, being a woman in business, It's Fit Time is blessed.
Yes.
But let's talk briefly
Sure.
about some of the obstacles along the way, because for those of us who are trying to establish something and create something and build something, every now and then the ladder shakes a little bit when you're standing on it.
Yes.
What have been the ladder shake moments of It's Fit Time?
Okay, recently?
We can start recently.
Recently, it is called COVID-19.
Oh, wow.
And being a fitness studio, unfortunately, we were not considered essential.
Of course.
And so 2019 and now, or 2020 and now 2021, it's almost like we have had to deal with COVID for 2 years.
Right.
Just about. And when we say that, I get emotional, but having that foundation. So virtual took us and maintained us. And we still are probably one of the only local gyms that are still hybrid, because virtual fitness maintained us where we didn't have to close.
Right.
That has been hard. And getting people to come back and put their health first has been hard.
Right.
When they're dealing with so many other things.
Of course.
And we're a studio where we actually reach out to our members. We check in and filling our members in their struggles and when they have to have that work-life balance and what they're dealing with, and keeping their health and motivation for being healthy at the forefront is a challenge.
Right. I want to kind of highlight too with It's Fit Time and everybody else who because a lot of people, we have to remember, a lot of people lost in COVID. They're not coming back to whatever it was that they had.
Exactly.
So even the disposable income to be able to go to a trainer or to go out and do those things, that's gone.
Yes.
So is It's Fit Time in a brand new rebirth?
Oh, we have to be.
Yeah.
We have to be in order to maintain and sustain.
Right.
Yes.
Right. Well, you guys are doing both.
Yes.
Maintaining and sustaining.
Yes.
So congratulations to that. All right. Now, what is the website?
Our website is itsfittime.com.
Okay. If you are listening to the sound of our voices, itsfittime.com. And you guys are also on Facebook as well, right?
Facebook and Instagram.
Okay. Now, I think I know the answer to this next question, but you would prefer, how is it doing it virtual? Is it as fun as doing it in person?
For me, it's not, because we've thrived and we've come this far from our human connection. So to have that, not that in live person, it is a difference. But if you are coming to, or you're jumping on, logging on to our virtual, I'm in your face like you're in the studio.
Okay.
I'm coming to the screen and I'm checking on you and all of that. So
good.
Our virtual members, they come back virtually because they have that experience as if they're still in the gym. And in addition to that, virtual expanded our reach, where we had members in DeKalb and Texas, and then even with our Pound Fitness, which is another one of our awesome formats we teach, it's taken us international, where people have come in from other countries to take a class, or I've been able to do virtual classes where I haven't been able to reach had COVID not.
Come on now.
Yeah.
Won't he do it?
Yeah.
Won't he do it?
So he really will.
Oh man. Yeah, it's interesting, you know. I never, back in the bathroom days, I never was gonna give up, but there was like a week or two.
Yeah.
Where I was like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, what am I really, right? I want it, but what is it? You know, what is the it? Like, what am I doing?
Man.
But you know, it'll happen.
And that's real talk.
Okay, so is there a rule number one when it comes to fitness?
I would say yeah, because it's not one size fit all.
Okay.
You know, with our membership, we have members in just about every decade.
Okay.
From my daughter, who's in her 20s, to my mom, who's in her 60s, and everything in between. So it's definitely not a one size fit all.
Right.
And so with our formats that we, in our group fitness and our personal trainer training sessions, it's all catered to our members.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Now, when people come there, I assume that they want to. Do people want to stay in shape, or are there more people who want to get in shape? Period. Like, have people come in already ready and with some kind of physical dexterity that they just want to maintain, or do you see more people who, hey, I want to improve my, I want to start from the ground up?
It usually is not. Again, it's at different stages, but it's generally, unfortunately and fortunately, it's a issue that they're at their point where it's like, okay, I need a change. And when they're in that mindset of, okay, the change, and then that's where it comes in. And then because we have an awesome group of people, it's family now. So it's like, okay, I got to go see my family. Let's get this hour in and then go back and do it. So from the most part, from how we started, even with my sister-in-law, who was pretty much my main focus and helped me extend this, Robin, just seeing her transformation from that. My mom, who had an injury from a softball game we were in, fell, broke her arm, dislocated it, and bounced back in under 6 weeks. But you would see the progression of, your health from when you make it a consistent part of your life, and how you bounce back from particular ailments and things.
What time do you wake up in the morning?
Ooh, I'm not a morning person.
You're not?
I'm not a morning person.
I can't tell. All right.
I am not a morning person, only because my classes are in the evening, and our house is a night house, so everything happens. It's like 10 o'clock, our house is loud.
Okay.
So I'm not a morning person, and then so Typically, if I have a 5:30 class, I'm up at 4:30. But right after that class, I'm diving back into bed until like 7:30.
No, I can feel that. I can feel that. People disregard the nap.
Yes.
Let me tell you something.
Yes.
Let me
when
tell
I can
you,
get a nap in, I'm your best friend.
I started napping a little bit. Like 10:30. If I get a little fatigued, whatever I'm doing, like I'm gonna hit the couch real quick.
Yeah.
Maybe it's 30 minutes, maybe it's 45 minutes, maybe it's an hour. But when you wake up, like I'm refreshed. Like watch out.
Exactly. If I can get naps in, that would be awesome.
All right. Anna Sierra, hello. Norma Peterson, you feed off each other's energy when in person. That's very
true.
Well said. Thank you very much.
True.
Norma Peterson is a dear friend of the show, and she's also the executive director of Document the Abuse, and CBS News, y'all, was just interviewing her just the other day. Shouts out to Norma Peterson. That is right. Okay. On CBS, that's right, Document the Abuse. Kimberly Ball Williams, good morning to you as well. Hey, all the friends are up in here. Maria Chirito, as always, and Emily, yay, naps. Okay. So we're going to do, Monica's got some of the local headlines for us. Monica will take us to a commercial real quick and let you guys know what's happening here in the city on a local level. Got a lot of great things coming up.
This Thursday, today at 1 p.m., there will be a Women's Empowerment Mobile Food Pantry brought to you by the Aurora Women's Empowerment Foundation, Aurora Interfaith Food Pantry, and Family Focus. This will take place at Family Focus, located at 550 2nd Avenue on the east side of Aurora. The link will be provided in our chat. Also, the Aurora Food Pantry is hosting a trunk or treat at Spartan Athletic Park this Friday from 6 p.m. to 6
Sip it up, community sip, everybody brush it up one more time.
The Aurora Food Pantry is also hosting a trunk or treat at Spartan Athletic Park this Friday from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m., sponsored by Aurora University. This will be fun for the whole family. For more details and to sign up, the link will be in our group chat. Aurora Knights of Columbus Council 14929 will hold a benefit spaghetti dinner fundraiser Wednesday, October 27th from 4:30 to 6:30 p.m. at Luigi's Pizza, 732 Prairie Street in Aurora. The public is invited. Parking is free. Patrons may dine in or take carryouts. The menu includes spaghetti with meatballs or chicken breast, tossed salad, bread, and cookies. Proceeds will benefit tuition assistance for students at Pope St. John Paul II Catholic Academy, a school with 2 campuses in Southeast Aurora. The Catholic of Rockford with Aurora Task Force Committee opened the academy in 2008 to 2019 school year. The school combined 4 schools at Aurora parishes: Our Lady of Good Counsel, St. Joseph's, St. Peter, and St. Therese of Jesus schools. North and South campuses are at St. Joseph and Our Lady of Good Counsel parishes, respectively. Financial and spiritual support of the academy come from 7 Aurora area parishes, including Our Lady of Good Counsel, St. Joseph, St. Therese of Jesus, St. Peter, Sacred Heart, St. Nicholas, and St. Mary's. And I guess one comment, reading the like church names, it's so different from Spanish. So it's like, I don't know how to pronounce some of these words in English because it goes back to that Spanish. And I'm just like, okay. But then, so I apologize for that.
You want to say it in Spanish?
Mm-hmm. Awesome. Yeah, I apologize for that, y'all.
All good. If that's the worst thing you do today, Monica, Monica got the coffee for this morning, so you are all good. You can mess it. You can call it peaches if you want. Okay. So back to our great discussion here. Now we just heard food and everything. We heard about chicken and spaghetti meatballs at the meal that they got over there. How has your dieting habits changed since doing, or how have they changed since doing fitness? Are you more conscious of what you eat?
Of course, right. I am. And my family will let you know of all the things I used to eat anymore.
Oh,
and as I guess grow older, my taste buds change too.
Sure.
So something as simple as cheese, I don't need to have it every day, but I still like it. I just don't need to have it.
Right.
So if my husband is ordering me something and he puts cheese on it because I used to eat it and I don't tell him, and I'd be like, okay, honey, I love it, but the next time, just hold the cheese. And
Why you wiping it off, girl?
Right. And then he's like, wait, you don't eat cheese now?
Right.
So no, it has changed. It has changed.
Okay.
I'm a lot more conscious.
And it to the children as well, to your kids as well, right? Yeah.
As much as possible.
Yeah. Now, I don't drink a lot. I started doing this I almost cut pop out of my life. Can you talk about how bad pop is for you?
Just the sugar behind it.
Okay.
And we drink it in abundance. So anything in moderation, enjoy your best life.
Right.
But it's when we replace the pop for water, instead of where it can cause the issues. So generally when people are coming in and they're a soda drinker or beer drinker, if you alleviate that, just cut it out for, a few weeks, you'll see a drastic change in not drastic, but you'll see change in your weight goals.
Right.
So.
Okay. So where'd you go to high school?
West Aurora.
West Aurora, another Blackhawk on the show.
Of 96,
okay.
West Aurora High School.
We're having more Blackhawks come on now because at one time it was all Tomcats.
Okay.
Yeah, it was all
Got
Tomcats.
love for the Tomcats too, but yes, West Aurora.
Okay.
West Aurora.
Now, what was your first job?
My first job was Subway right here on Downer when they first opened.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yep.
Came a long way.
Yes.
Now you scrutinize it. Get the Subway out your hands. Put that sandwich down and get it out. Do you have a favorite exercise?
My favorite exercise would probably.
And these are questions from a person. I'm sorry, I'm using novice terminology or questions
you're
or anything.
good.
Okay.
You're good. One of my favorite exercises would have to be pound first.
Okay.
It's an awesome cardio strength workout, and then after that, I would have to say, maybe deadlifts or squats.
All right.
I like to strength train as well.
All right. How much can you lift?
You know what? I'm not a big heavy lifter, but
Okay.
I'm more of I do a lot of higher reps, I should say. But although I have started small group training with our personal trainer because I am looking to complete my personal training certification. So my coach and my trainer, Brandon, has me listening. I said I do not need to lift a small car, just keep it basic. So
Right.
I don't even know what I'm lifting right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Now, our services. So we talked about New Horizon. Now we can also plug them and shout them out.
Of course.
Our services. What time is service on Sunday?
Sunday 10 a.m.
Okay.
Live and virtual as well.
Live and virtual.
Live and
okay,
virtual.
At 10 a.m.
10 a.m. Yes.
Now, take me to and let's detail.
Yeah.
Because now that the New Horizon complex over there is home.
It's home.
Okay.
Yes.
What was the transition period, and what was it like to get established? The nuts and bolts of creating the business.
Okay.
Were we dealing with the city to have it certified, lights, electricity, water? What was that like?
You know what? I can say that the city of Aurora was, for the most part, easy to work with.
Okay.
They did give me detail of what I needed to do and what the inspection was going to look like. And so when I pulled the guidelines forward, if I had questions, I called and made sure that I knew exactly. I'm a type of tell me directly what I need to do.
Right.
Screw this in right here type of thing.
Right, exactly, yeah.
And so they were very thorough with that. And then when they came out, again, they only looked at the things that they said they were going to be inspecting. And so it was good.
Okay.
And then if it was something that I needed to do prior, I'm always asking questions. Because I don't want to waste time.
Right. No, I feel you. I feel you.
So yeah, so it was from my experience in getting up and going into the studio where we are now, the city of Aurora made it.
Okay. Now, for those
doable.
of those people who are just visiting, Monica, was so good to put the address in the chat for us. But that's New York Street.
East New York Street.
East
yes.
New York Street, half a mile from the mall.
Yes.
And that's Frontenac is the cross street right there. Yeah, Frontenac. Okay. That area has gone through some change over the years, boy. I've seen it. It looks good now.
It does.
It looks a lot better.
Yeah.
There's that park to the side of it and everything.
Yes.
So very good. Up the street from Mariano's too.
Yes.
They got really good pie in that bakery. Is that still open?
Mariano's?
Yeah.
Yes, Mariano's is still open.
Okay. Because I thought they were gonna close that at one point in time. I think that was the word.
Okay.
I'm glad it's still open.
Me too.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's a good place to shop.
It is.
Okay, you guys, tomorrow is an episode of Jeanette Splaining, and I got some news I'm going to deliver to you tomorrow, but I want you to, I'm just going to highlight it real quick. We're going to get back to talking about fitness, but residents object to the proposed West Aurora School District maintenance and storage facility. Keep your mind, keep that in the forefront of your thoughts. You will hear that again on this show. You guys know that I am always telling you about the city council meetings that take place on Tuesdays. You guys know that I have told you the difference between a meeting and a consent agenda and what's on the consent agenda. And if you hear about it being on the consent agenda, it is going to get passed. Remember the fireworks. And also, apartments are being put into 2 old school buildings, Lincoln and Todd schools. Residents are in consternation about that. So stay tuned, you guys, because there's a lot of development happening here in the city. We've talked about how much we want to see it, but yet people are concerned that the development may not be heading in the right way. Okay, the time is 8:32 a.m.
Time goes by fast.
It does,
Oh my gosh.
right? Holy cow. It's like we at the halfway point already. Sally Bice is here. Good morning, Sally. Oh, yes, I messed it up. I'm going to just... All right, sip it up, y'all. Sip it up. Domenicio De Giorgi.
Ooh.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hope that's right. Okay. Where did the name It's Fit Time come from? Sounds very simple, very easy.
It's so simple.
You know, was it the first thing you thought of when making a business? Like, I'm just gonna call it Fit Time.
So when I was talking with Jason, he's like, "Well, what are you gonna call it?" And I'm just like, "I don't know." I said, "It's Fit Time," because wherever you are, whatever you need to get it in, no matter what time it is. So it's Fit Time. If it's in the morning, if you're a morning person, if you're getting in at lunchtime or in the evening, it's Fit Time.
Okay, I like that.
And it just stuck. I didn't change it, didn't think about it anymore. And that was it. I just ran with it.
Kind of like Good Morning Aurora. Like, you know what? We sticking with that.
Yeah.
Now, one of the things that I am interested to know.
Yeah.
So we talked about the business before COVID. We talked about since COVID.
Yeah.
How do you meet clients, or how do clients meet and come by It's Fit Time? What's marketing and advertising for a gym, or excuse me, a fitness like?
So, of course, we live on social media, so we do a lot of social media marketing, but a lot of our members are members because another member introduced or brought them to a class. And so I do stress and I point out, and even to any trainer or instructor, it's our members whose friends. They see the transformation, they see them living their healthiest and most active life, and their friends see that, and so they invite them, and that's what makes them stay. So I'm not for everybody, but my people see my mom working out, who's 66 years old. Hey, what are you doing?
Right.
You see, your friend working out. Hey, what are you doing? I need to get in where you're at, and that's pretty much where. So pretty much our members are connected in one shape, form, of another.
Friends coming to the high school reunion looking fabulous, like, damn, what the... Yo, look at your calf muscles. Where you, girl, what you doing? Oh, it's fit time now. I thought
Exactly.
What I've learned since doing this show is that when you have people who have created their own business. Now we do meet and interview people who represent organizations all the time. But when you meet people who started their own thing and have begun to create it, I'd like to get a projection from them. So my question for you will be, where do you see It's Fit Time in 5 years?
Honestly, I'm in prayer right now for what's next.
Okay.
So in my time, I am preparing. So educating and learning new things. And I'm waiting for God to reveal that to me.
Okay. Learning new things. Science, more science.
Told you, we have a love-hate relationship going on right now. And it's like my love and my desire for that is growing even more.
Okay.
And so I'm just getting all the knowledge that I can in preparation for what's next.
Okay. Who are some of your mentors?
So personal trainer right now is Brandon Cosby. Just Because Fitness, he's a really good personal trainer.
Just Because Fitness.
Just Because Fitness.
Okay.
So he's one of my mentors. Spiritually, my pastors, of course. Michael and Dorothy Hurst. My husband is a phenomenal salesperson, just overall great guy. I learned a lot from him.
Okay.
So
good, very cool. All right, the time is now 8:36 a.m. You are listening to and watching Good Morning Aurora, the second largest city's first daily news podcast, and we have Yolanda Dunn of It's Fit Time, 3577 East New York Street. Get your fitness on, fellas.
Yes.
Fellas, how y'all? I know some of y'all be playing video games and all that. You know, you got the FIFA and you're on the couch. How you looking? Are we doing? You feeling good? Ooh, you know, ladies, if you want to get fit and everything, stop on by.
Yeah.
Here's a question I got. Do you have that? Do you guys do the tire run? The big.
We do have tires.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. What does that work out? I like that.
So tires, and we have all sizes. It's a full body workout. So of course you got your core, shoulders, depending on what you're doing with it. So we slam it, we flip it, we carry it.
Okay.
So yeah.
All right. Now you got the guns. Can we see the guns? Can we see?
It was a little cold outside, so yeah, they're covered up today. But yes, you can see.
Yeah, that's right. Come on, man. Y'all see Good Morning Aurora. I mean, they got some fit guests on the show. Seriously. All right. Now, I would like to know from you, because this is me sensing. Are you a reader?
I am.
You are. I knew it. What are you reading right now?
I'm reading my personal training books.
Okay.
And no, seriously. So right now I am in study mode. So of course I read my devotion every morning. I'm in the Bible first thing in the morning, and then I am reading personal training, and then I'm also certifying to be a master trainer for Pound. So this last 3-4 months have been really infused with learning.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is Pound?
Pound, and I didn't bring my ripsticks with me, but it is an awesome cardio.
Ripsticks?
Ripsticks. So we're turning into drummers. And so
you didn't bring the ripsticks?
I didn't bring the ripsticks. No. But it is an awesome cardio strength format infused with Pilates, with yoga, and so we're turning into drummers, and it's a choreographed based workout. And when I say so we were talking about our favorite music. When I'm releasing my inner Beyonce or Mary J. Blige, it comes out in Pound.
Real love. I'm searching for real love.
Just a rock star, status. So it's a really, really awesome format, and we branch off of that. We just had a really one of our biggest fundraisers is Pound for Pink. So we do this fundraiser where you come out and you work out. This past Saturday, it was a 2-hour workout. You did one half a Zumba, one half a Pound, and we raise funds for breast cancer awareness.
All right.
Yeah.
Pound for Pink, a fundraiser for breast cancer awareness.
Every October.
Every October.
Yeah.
Okay. We are supporters and have been since the beginning of this show.
Okay.
For breast cancer awareness.
Yeah.
So that is very commendable. Maybe we can come out. Can we come check it
Definitely.
next time? Okay, yeah.
Definitely. We'll have you out.
And actually, let me plug that in right now. Can you experience that? Oh, wait, no, hold on. Oh, the time is now 8:40 a.m. And at this time, Monica leaves us and she goes off to study. You can unplug that. That's all good. She goes off to school and class right now. So we want to say, Monica, have a fantastic day.
Yes.
Right. So we're talking about the Pound for Pink breast cancer awareness. What have we not talked about? What did we miss? What do we need to plug in for people so that they know and understand? At the end, I'm going to ask you your message for the day. But
okay. Just move. Be active. I think one thing we do sometimes is we take our health for granted. Mm-hmm. And so just commit to minimum 30 minutes a day for your health, like intentional.
Minimum 30 minutes a day.
Minimum 30 minutes. Even if it's walking, taking your favorite class, jumping online, do something active for your health.
Right. Because we know, we talked about COVID, but people's habits. We were stuck in the house. You couldn't do nothing. All of that was forbidden. You mentioned not being essential. So to rehash, that was what that was. If you guys remember, businesses started to come back and potentially be open, maybe, but it was essential. Are you essential to life? Isn't that interesting? A physical
you see the face, right?
It worked. Yeah.
Yes.
See, we try on this show to make it plain.
Yeah.
Right? I think that's just so contradictory. It's like an oxymoron. Physical fitness is not essential to life. How about that? But that was the past, and this is the present.
Yes.
What would you say? What would you say to people who are feeling shy or are feeling, anxious and perhaps, want to work on their health or their appearance, but may seem kind of timid and scared to do it?
I would say jump online first. Do it from the comforts of your home because there's so many options. Not only with It's Fit Time, but there's other free services that you could do online to get yourself introduced and acclimated from the comforts of your home. Start where you're comfortable.
Right.
Yeah.
Because some people got a treadmill that's just, collecting dust. Jump on the treadmill.
Yep. Go outside, Yeah.
I like to, I love fitness. Mm-hmm. I like to be healthy.
Yes.
I was a pretty good runner.
Okay.
I'm still a pretty good runner. Brother don't be running no more that much. Okay. But I was a pretty good runner, and I've always felt like you're running, biking, all of those activities. They are really good for you. You got to get your breathing and everything up to date. See, when I'm talking to a person who's actually in it, I feel like I'm explaining it wrong.
No, you're not. It's just generally talking, but you also have to add in walking your dog, doing your yard work, all of that stuff that's not considered exercise, but just the movement.
Right.
We're sitting too much.
Interesting. You're right. I sit a lot. I sit a lot during the day.
Yeah.
I sit a lot.
Yeah.
I'm on my feet for my job a lot, but I do sit a lot. Like today, after the show, I have to be on Zoom.
Yeah.
For 2 hours.
Wow.
2 hours.
Yeah.
There goes the alert right there. Oh my God. It's live on the air, y'all.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things, like right now, for me personally, I sit more than I ever did just working remotely and all the other kind of stuff.
That's everybody.
Yeah.
That's everybody. A lot of people that I've spoken with or reach out to me, oh, I need to get this COVID rate off, or, you know, just from being in the house. And now you have to undo, a lot of us have to undo, what, a year and a half of COVID.
Damn.
Weight. And that's mental and physical.
The weight.
Yeah.
You're right. Interesting. So it is, let me see what time it is. 8:45. Okay, we got time. Let's plug in our shout out for our friend Whitney Love.
Yes.
You know, Whitney
I was
Love.
just at
Good
Whitney.
morning.
You don't have a Zoom in, but I was just at Whitney.
Yeah, we got the Zoom.
I just got Whitney yesterday, y'all. You have to check out Whitney Love on Indian Trail in Aurora. She's phenomenal.
Yep.
Been with her for years. We just had a really good conversation while she was doing my nails yesterday. And my feet, she gets my pinky toes, which is the best.
Nice.
Yeah.
Whitney Love,
Yes.
Good morning to you. Whitney Love is a dear friend of the show. We appreciate her very, very much.
Yeah.
And we had Whitney Love allowed us to do a special 20% off with the nails. We might revive that again going into the holiday season. But yeah, GMA, the code GMA. It's not active now, y'all, so don't try to go over there. I heard it on North. But the code GMA got you 20% off.
She is the absolute best. If you have not had a manicure or pedicure at Whitney's, you are missing out on some real good self-care.
Right.
I call it my self-care time.
No, yeah, I feel you. My self-care, because that's important.
Yes.
My self-care time for myself now is family, being with my son, going out a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, I go out in extreme moderation now. I really don't go out much at all anymore. I cook basically everything. I don't eat out a lot. So I've tried to maintain even the tiniest balance of personal care since I am on the computer and sitting down so much these days.
Very good.
Yeah.
Very good.
So try. Brother might be in there. It's time. It's fit time. Like, oh.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
The healthiest host ever. So is there anybody who you would like to train or coach, or is it like that in your profession? Like for me, I'd like to interview certain people. For, I guess, an actor, they'd like to play a certain role. But for you, is there any group that you'd like to coach, perhaps, or anything like that?
You know, not particularly, only because I look to work with people who want to make that change, and I see that transformation in them. So people who find us or we find them and they come in and they have that aha moment is what gets me motivated and continue to push in this thing called purpose. So I don't have...
Hold on. Hold on here. Say it again. This thing called purpose.
This thing called purpose.
What do you mean by that?
So for me, this is what I have been called to do. To motivate individuals to live their healthiest and most active life. So to me, my reach is, first, our foundation starts with our people. Because Black people we carry the highest rates of obesity, heart disease. So it's our foundation starts with us.
Right.
But that's not where we go further and beyond that. You know,
right.
We have other cultures that we reach out into, but it always starts at home. Just like physical home, making sure my husband and my kids are healthy, and then our community, and then we reach out from there.
Absolutely. See, I knew where you were going with that. I knew what you meant by that, but I did want you to I want you to elaborate on that, because I'm doing the exact same thing. Yeah. You know, I'm trying to tell people, listen, vote. Take care of yourself. Yep. If you can donate blood, please do. Yep. Flu shots are available.
Yeah.
With our friends from the VNA. They can't see it on camera, but
Yeah.
I mean that's real. We did that.
Yeah.
It starts here.
Yes.
And then everybody. It's a
Yes.
big sandbox. Everybody is supposed to play in it.
Exactly.
So I guess hold on now. See, this is what happens when you, Monica.
What's the time spot? What happened?
Oh, it's 8:50 a.m. Monica's gone now. I don't know what I'm doing. Josue Pais, good morning. Good to see you. Courtney Evans, good morning, dear friend and brother. Ben Geller is here, ladies and gentlemen. Good job on the segment. Your lungs get stronger. Kimberly Ball Williams, thank you very much for that. With the mask, your breathing gets tested. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Isin Nur, good morning to you, sir. And don't take your ability to move for granted.
Exactly. Woo. Exactly.
Nice. Yeah, because there are people in dire physical ailment who have lost the use of their limbs or mobility, and sometimes, and I think we have to understand that health is precious.
It is.
It is very tenuous.
It is.
You don't know when you will be healthy or when you will not be.
Yes.
So, what is one of the biggest blessings that you've received in the journey of It's Fit Time?
Wow. The biggest blessings, I would say the things that I don't take for granted is those who continually support us and they don't come to the gym. Like, even though I'll reach out and I say, thank you for your membership, thank you for paying, where you at? So people who would just say, just pay the membership and not show, that's a blessing. I don't take that for granted, but I'd rather see you. Our community, Alderman Sherman Jenkins has been a huge blessing to It's Fit Time. During COVID, he put us out there with Channel 7 News and expanded our reach. And probably one of the hardest parts, he's always been checking in on me. And I'm just like, thank you.
Right. Yeah.
Big.
That's really big. Shouts out to Alderman at Large Sherman Jenkins. Yeah, and the African American Chamber of Commerce. Yep.
Quad counties. Yep.
Yes, that's right. Quad County Urban League.
Yeah.
Shouts out. So many. We got a lot of the same friends and community partners here. Yeah. See, that's the thing. It is it's a small world, but it's a small intertwined good world. Yep.
Exactly.
Speaking of which, Karina Suarez Darden is here. Good morning to you, Karina Suarez Darden. And yes, you are welcome. Thank you for the shout out on behalf of VNA Healthcare. Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. I talk about blessings. I was scared to get the vaccine at first. And the reason why is like, I'm a single parent, so sometimes I'm alone by myself, right? And like, I didn't want something to happen to me and nobody like be there. So I was kind of scared.
Okay.
And I don't get scared much, but I was kind of scared. And
as a lot of people are and were.
Right. Not I was not anti nothing. I was just scared.
Yeah.
Of
the unknown. Like
yeah. Karina, that I mentioned, went with me, took me to get my shot.
Okay.
And sat there in the room with me. And you talk about blessings and how he, how God moves sometimes. I'm sitting there, I'm so nervous.
Yeah.
I'm thinking like, yo, let's get out of here. And a short African-American doctor with a huge gold chain. That was the craziest thing. He had like MC Hammer. Like he had some huge gold chain. I never forget that. And he came out and he looked and he was like, "Are you?" And I was like, "Yeah." And I felt more comfortable.
Yeah.
I was like, okay. I didn't feel so. It was. It's interesting how, God moves in mysterious ways. Yep. So it's 8:54 a.m. Okay. So we're gonna start to wrap up this great interview. This was really good. No. Thank you. No, I appreciate it.
Thank you.
But before we end, I want to give you the opportunity here
Okay.
Our show ends on a positive note.
Yeah.
So what is your message today? Because I'm going to take us out with a little bit of news and then a last little shout out for you. But what's your message today to the people of Aurora?
My message is, first and foremost, God, of course. And then secondly, in all things, put your health first. We can't do what we do without being healthy, mentally, physically, spiritually. Take time out for your health. You know, our motto is always, you know, do what you need to do to live your healthiest and most active life for yourself, for your family. When we're our healthiest, then we can give more of ourselves and do more for our family and our community in a healthier state.
Right. Awesome. Very, very, very awesome words of wisdom. Okay. I am going to take just a few just a few moments of y'all time before we wrap this up today to let you guys know about some very important things taking place in our community. This weekend on the 23rd, there is Fall Festival. Do not forget, hosted by State Representative Barbara Hernandez and State Senator Linda Holmes. The Neighbor Project, World Relief, VNA Healthcare. Oh, there's so many of our friends and community partners who will be there taking part in this event. That's going to be at the Prisco Center, 150 West Illinois Avenue. We have shared the flyer to our social media. It's also an event of ours on our Facebook page. Please come on out there. If you or someone you know is in need of resources or help for many things, please come there. Let me stress to you, you will be in the room with the people who can help you. Every single person taking part in every organization taking part in this event is well placed to help you as a resident of Aurora get what you need. Financial help, flu shots and vaccines, everything. So please, this Saturday, you guys, come on out. It's the 23rd, and the Neighbor Project will be there. All right, one more thing to go before we go. Festival Colibri for Dia de los Muertos is taking place on the 31st. That'll be from noon to 7 p.m. That's going to be at La Sierra Aurora, 2121 New York Street as well. Yesterday for Buenos Dias Aurora, we had our friends on the show, Jose Torres, who's a photographer, and Bella Conya. She's in the community as well as Noelia Ruiz. As you guys know, Wednesdays we do the news in Spanish. Thank you for everybody who supports Good Morning Aurora and Buenos Dias Aurora. And thank you as well for supporting It's Fit Time.
Thank you.
As you guys know, this is a community show. Everybody is a friend, a stakeholder, or a friend of the show. This show exists for all Aurorans to contribute to and be blessed and to all work together to make the kind of city and environment that we want to live in. Take care of yourself and each other.